and they're poisoning that plant. And it's like withering, and then through the end of the day, it's like, oh, okay, finally the toxic energy's gone. I think I can be okay. And it starts to kind of try to grow again. But then there's more toxic chemicals poured on the plant. It's going to be really hard for that plant to thrive in that environment because every day something's trying to kill the plant. So when you look at yourself and you look at your own life, look at the environments that you co-created with Source. Like, look at what environment you're sitting in right now and ask yourself, why are you? If it's a loving environment, awesome. But if it's toxic and you feel sick just going there, you feel uncomfortable and tense being around those beings or in that environment, ask yourself why you feel you're not enough to clear out of there. Because when it comes down to it, it is your question, it is your journey. And when you understand that you're worth something and you're valuable, you will scoop that plant of your life up and you'll go plant it in fertile soil.
That's right.
And you'll make sure that any energies you invite in will be energies that support and nurture your soul and nurture your spirit so that you can grow and thrive. And I feel that, like, truly we could do a whole show on that because it's so important that we are not attaching to role and title. We're not attaching to environments, to people. As she stated, Eileen stated that these were people close to her and they turned on her because she didn't agree with something that they were about. And that's what a lot of controllers do. A controller energy wants to cause you to feel insecure and afraid so that you will do what they say and submit. And they're doing that because they are out of control. They're out of control. They are completely operating from fear. And we need to stop following them. Anyone in that energy is not an alpha leader. An alpha leader will never project control and push their way. They will encourage a direction and they will join you in a direction. They will assist you in understanding. They will not try to lash out at you to make you submit. And so it's really important that we pay attention to that. And I feel that the only ways controller energies can even exist is when we have an enabler. And so whenever you look, you can look at relationships that are very toxic. You can look at families that are toxic, work environments. Pay attention. If there's a controller, there's an enabler, or maybe many enablers. And in order to get rid of that controller energy, the enablers have to wake up. It's kind of like the whole Alcoholics Anonymous, AA. If you have the alcoholic that has the issue and they're, aggressive, lashing out, and they're creating all this chaos from their drinking problem, then you have the enablers who buy their alcohol or who just, protect them and tell everyone, oh, don't get mad. He's just, upset today. They protect, or she is. It's not a he, she thing. It's anyone. But basically, we need to be mindful that we are not being an enabler of misalignment. So anything in your life, if you feel you're being controlled, lashed out at, why are you tolerating that? That is your question. Because if we're to evolve and shift anything, whether it's our work environments, our relationships, the planet, we have to start challenging the misalignment. And challenge doesn't feel good to those that are out of alignment. It doesn't feel good to the ones sleeping. It feels really scary, but it doesn't matter. Our light is here to shine for a reason. We're here to move in a new direction. And we need to shine that light brightly and confidently without apology, but with compassion and with love and gentleness, and be patient as well. I think don't get too in a rush for everything to evolve. Evolution takes time. It's a process. And so we need to be patient as this is all happening for everybody, but we are not meant to enable any longer. So if you're a mother and your child's throwing a tantrum at the grocery store tomorrow and wanting that candy, what would an aligned mother do? For me, my perspective, she would not give them what they want in that energy, because in that energy, you are basically going to raise baby controllers. One day, you just helped birth a new controller. because you enabled that. You enabled their misalignment. They're throwing tantrums and fits and trying to dominate the energy, and then you give them a reward for it. So we need to really pay attention to every level of that. If we have a spouse that's throwing a fit and trying to control us into a direction, and we don't feel that's in alignment, our intuition tells us to go in another direction, we need to start honoring that rather than, cater to that one that's out of alignment and try to make that person feel that, oh, these ideas are theirs so that we can trick them. All these mind games and emotional games that happen will go away when we stop catering to ego, when we stop enabling the misaligned ones. So we really need to watch that. And in ourselves, like I said, we can't control the world or make the world change, but we can change ourselves. We can shift ourselves. We can no longer tolerate abuse. We can choose to no longer cater to misalignment and enable anyone that's out of alignment. That's powerful. Because think of if every one of you listening today really gets that and shifts that. Think of how powerful that's going to be for everybody in your life that you're going to interact with. You're going to encourage that by mirroring that example to them. You're going to mirror this alignment, and it's going to help others that are ready to step in and do the same. So don't underestimate the power of your alignment and the power of your shifting. And really, that is your work. It is not your responsibility what others do. Our responsibility is our own shift, and then we share and shine our light from that space of alignment. That's really the way that we're here to do it. So is there any other questions or comments today?
Well, Eileen is saying also, I was so hurt and angry at first, but then I was able to feel compassion and realize that it happened for a reason. It was a very unhealthy relationship pattern that has been existing for quite some time, and it finally manifested itself in an unfortunately more dramatic toxic scenario where it finally got released. It was all very necessary in the end. Not all necessary in the end. I still love her, but a long break is healthiest. And then she finishes with, she says, no more martyrdom now.
Yes. Thank you. No more martyrdom. Exactly. That's beautiful. And yeah, I feel like that's such great awareness. Really, when you understand you can love another and you can release them and you can thank them. Like you can see that negative experience that was so painful actually was a gift. And that's what a lot of the violence and the negativity is doing to us. It's waking us up. It's causing us to really look through different eyes and to seek a different direction, to seek a new solution rather than the old ways. So that's just beautiful awareness on Eileen's part to see that and to also feel a reverence for the experience because everything is happening to us for a reason. And we really need to stay present with that. And again, if we're not trying to run from life or control life, we can pay attention to everything, every opportunity that comes, give it reverence and give it honor and realize it's here happening now for a reason. And sometimes those painful situations are happening to evolve you because you wouldn't listen to the subtle stuff. You wouldn't listen to the little things. So now a big hurricane just came in to encourage you to move in a new direction. So that's great awareness. And yes, we're here to clear that martyrdom. The martyrdom is connected to ego. Anything that's saying that you're less than, you're not enough. A lot of that's what's, I think, causes a lot of struggle for healers as far as their abundance and their manifesting goals is that there is just a deep, heavy energy of martyrdom that's been taught to us that if we're to be spiritual and we're to be connected to God, that we're to be martyrs and, we should just give everything away and move and be gypsies. And you can do that if you want to, but that is not necessary. To be aligned with Source is something that we just understand. It's not even a career. We are one with Source and we understand it and we choose to listen to our own alignment from that space of trust. And There's no martyrdom there. It's complete worthiness and deservability. You deserve the best. You are worthy. You are capable beings. You're powerful. And you're love. And when you really wake up and know that, everything will change for each of you. And for me, that is what I am having the most joyous life, linking that alignment, but also the opportunities to teach workshops and to assist as a life coach and an intuitive healer, a yoga teacher. Everything I do when I teach an art class, it doesn't matter. It's all to help connect to source and to remember the beauty of our reason for being and to really live it with joy and purpose. So I wish you all the best, and I hope today's discussion helped you all in some personal way to feel more trust in yourself, more love for yourself, and that you will be very mindful of stimulating ego within yourself or in others, and have the courage to speak up. When you sense that energy happening, have the courage to speak up about it and to carry the torch, carry the light on everything and shine it brightly without apology. And just, I'm excited to see the world we're creating right now through all this alignment. It's just going to be awesome. So let us just hold that vision together of this new earth that we're creating, that we're calling forth through our aligned vision, through our aligned intention and our love. And let's just not even give much energy or talking about the old way anymore, unless we're just making a reference to what we learned. Be mindful that we're not discussing too much about the past and the negative. Just keep our focus on what we're calling in. And laws of attraction are assisting us right now with that manifestation. So thank you all so much for calling in. If any of you would like help and spiritual assistance, feel free to reach me at my website, which is tanyaangel555.com. Also, I don't know if all the links are here anymore, but you can also find me on Facebook under Tanya Love, and I post most of my events there. But yeah, I would love to serve and assist you. If you've been summoned here, don't underestimate why. And remember your power. And today, it's funny, right before I started the show, I drew a divine guidance card. And before even drawing it, I had a feeling it was going to be Earth Angel. And this is just confirmation for the psychic gifts that are just totally becoming my normal. The card that I drew was Earth Angel. And this is a message for all of you. I asked Source to bring a card that would be helpful to all of you listening. So it says, you truly are an Earth Angel. It is time to recognize and honor the beautiful spirits that you are. Once we are incarnated, we forget who and what we truly are. Now is your time to remember. Claim your wings, knowing that you really do make a difference in the lives that you touch. You have many loving angelic beings with you to support you on your divine path. And feel safe and allow yourself to follow the path that you are guided to walk. Whatever that path may be, you are ready to spread your wings and fly. So it's time to fly, guys. And I will hold up the card just so you can see what it looks like. Actually, maybe get a little bit closer. So anyway, that is the Earth Angel card, and that's Spirit's message for you today. And I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you'll tune in next Monday at 4 p.m. as well. And feel free to write me or call me with questions, or if you'd like to have an angelic auric clearing, contact me. This month I have a special where anybody that purchases a auric clearing gets a second clearing for half price. So that goes to the end of March, and you can use the second clearing whenever you need to, or give it to a loved one. If you have questions about that, contact me at my website, and I will be happy to help you. I thank you all so much for your time and for your connection, your questions, and your comments. Thank you, and namaste.
You are tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. Our weekly lineup of call-in programs includes Computers 2K Now with Amnon Nissan, Help In with Debbie Brooke, Breaking Free with Marilyn Shannon, Lessons of Vietnam with NCBVI members, The Tanya Love Show, Reawaken Your Brilliance